take it from the top. Episode 20. We're back. Hurricane. Oh. Yeah.
Here we go. 20 of these Theatergoers. I'm your man, Tony Boy
Ayo.
Safari. 2-0. That's a milestone. I don't care what nobody says. We're here to talk about it. We're here to talk about Bill Hader, the superstar of It Chapter 2, in my opinion, and arguably a lot of other people. And we're Emmys, because that just happened too. Safari, what you want to
I
start?
paid no attention to those award shows at all. I saw the guy from I'm blanking on the name. The guy who played Corey Wise in When They See Us. I saw he got one for his role, which well deserved.
Yep.
Sad story. I had friends who literally said they couldn't finish it because it hurt that much to watch, which means he played his role perfectly. Tragic story. So happy for the exonerated 5. As far as who else got an Emmy, I couldn't tell you.
That's true. No, I didn't watch it myself neither. I just like catching all the after party nonsense and just seeing like who won what for what. Like like Bill Hader. He's in It Chapter 2. I honestly believe he was the best part of the whole movie. He won Best Actor in an Outstanding Comedy Series for Barry. He won an Emmy. So that boy is coming up, even though he was already up to begin with SNL, Trainwreck, all this other stuff he was doing, man.
I'm not saying Amy Schumer isn't funny. I'm just saying I haven't seen Trainwreck.
Bro, you haven't seen Trainwreck? It's mad funny.
Is it? Because I feel like that was the start
Yeah.
of Is She Actually Funny career. I feel like I feel like Trainwreck for Amy Schumer was Girl Trip for Tiffany Haddish.
Well, first of all, Tiffany Haddish was so much funnier in Girls Trip than Amy Schumer probably was in Trainwreck.
So I've heard.
But but my thing is, even in Trainwreck, even if you don't like Amy Schumer, which is kind of impossible to not like in Trainwreck because she's actually really funny in it, Bill Hader kind of says it and makes it that much funny anyway. That's how talented he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, I keep looking at Bill Hader and I keep thinking that he is. I'm blanking on the full name. The guy who plays Dwight from The Office.
Oh, Rainn
I
Wilson.
keep getting him and Rainn Wilson mixed
Rainn
up.
Wilson. That's the guy who played Dwight.
I keep getting him and
Really?
just his whole look as Richie. I believe that's his character. I'm blanking on names today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah, his character look is Richie, similar to Dwight with the glasses and everything. It throws me off a little. I'm like, I know that's not him. Like I had to do an IMDb search.
I see what you mean. I even think that for a skit or two of The Office in like SNL, he played or looked like Dwight a lot. So I see what you mean. I do see what you mean. But oh my god. Okay, so first of all, with It Chapter 2 being 2 hours, 49 minutes, that didn't bother me. I know it didn't bother you because honestly, It was perfectly timed for the whole sequence.
Yeah, it gave us enough time to flesh out everyone's growth, everyone's backstory, the lore of what the hell Pennywise is supposed to actually be, which I feel some people had gripes with it, which we'll talk about later. But it did a good job of exploring what that whole film was supposed to be in its entirety. Because Stephen King movies usually run long anyway. This one just made use of all the time available.
Yeah. Yeah, plus you didn't really feel it. You kind of enveloped yourself into the movie, and as you watched, you knew when it was coming to a close more and more. Just because that's how the movie goes, you know? You just follow it. But just as we were getting into it, I just want to say Bill Hader was my favorite part of the entire damn movie. My favorite part of the entire movie.
He single-handedly made the the back and forth between Richie and Eddie was hilarious. There's like just off the beginning when he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't write my own jokes. I fucking knew it." And then when he's cussing out the little kid in the diner, that was hilarious.
Absolutely, man. Oh man. Oh, dude. He honestly, even if it wasn't so scary, I feel like he made the movie. Just with, and I'm pretty sure some of it was improvised. I don't think all of it was in the script. I don't know about you.
Wise phone, behave. Apple, stop. Any, yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean, some of the best lines in movies are improvised. Like what is it, The Rock and
Exactly.
It's funny because they don't get along right now. The Rock and Tyrese, they're back and forth in what was it, Fast Five, at the barbecue. Apparently that was all improvised. The whole big ass forehead line, like the
Yeah.
whole spit
Yeah,
take. That
man.
apparently that was all
That was
improvised.
so
Like none of
funny.
that was scripted.
Yeah. No, no, no. That was just good. That was just good wit right there, man. That was funny as hell. Um, you know what else I'm really glad about how it ended with Beverly and Ben. That's something I was very happy
Yeah, I don't
about.
remember the original fleshed anything out besides them killing Pennywise and then cutting away to like them leaving Derry. I don't think it ever got fleshed out. Or the note they got from I'm blanking on whichever one of them decided to off themselves in the beginning.
Oh, Stanley.
Stanley. I kept wanting to say Eddie, but I'm like, I know that's not it. Yeah, Stanley. I don't think Stanley's letter was in the original one either.
No, 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 no. It wasn't. No, the letter that Stanley wrote after he killed himself was only in chapter two. He wrote that as an adult. But honestly, when I saw him in the bathtub, I kind of figured he was gonna do that. There's no way because he had like the worst impact out of everybody else from Pennywise, including like the
Yeah,
bites on his
he
face
got
and
it the.
everything.
I
So,
guess that was his story in the book. Is that he got it the worst out of everybody. Even when they tried to fight back, he
mhm.
almost got eaten, and it basically haunted him for years. Which that's the part of the thing that confused me. They all basically panicked about having to come back, but then it's like when they got back, they couldn't remember what they were so afraid of, and that's what kind of like I was confused about. I'm like, because when Bill Hader ends up vomiting, saying you got to come back to Derry, like, okay, I get it. They might not remember who Mike is or anyone because it's been what 27 years or whenever they all grew up and moved out of town. But okay, they all
Mhm.
got sick or panicked, and it's like, okay, you got to come back. I'm like, but how did he get them to come back? It's six people who are basically strangers now to come back if they don't remember what it is they made a pact about, or is Pennywise just messing with their memory the whole time?
No, I think they were just repressing the memories the whole time because it's something they did know about or remember, but they didn't want to remember. So they like just try to cast it out in their mind almost the entire time. But then once Mike called them, some bad memories started coming back, but they didn't really realize until after the little reunion dinner and everything, where everybody's like, shits and giggles and reminiscing. And then they see Pennywise come up on the table, or they figure out what the messages in the fortune cookies
Oh yeah, that
was,
was messed
and
up.
then they start flipping out.
Yeah, he wasted. That's what I also appreciated. We didn't take like forever to get to the first like we had the Georgie scene, and then it kind of took a minute to get to the actual Pennywise stuff. We got like right to it. Like that, like people were all pissed off about the first scene and whatnot. I'm like, that's literally in the book because
Yeah,
everyone they wanted to play
dude.
the homophobia card, but I'm like, he literally comes back. He wakes up from his nap after every hateful act that happens that year. Like there's been lynchings and murders and executions, and that's you. He basically has to have some wicked stuff happen to wake him up. So when he's sitting on the edge of the river like a junkie fishing for food, and then he just bites that guy's rib cage.
Yeah, bro. I'll tell you what. The two things about the first or at least in the first 10 minutes of the movie, right? First of all, the kid that started the whole fight between the gay couple and the rest of the guys. First of all, that mofo looked like he had like
That's what I
herpes
kept saying.
on
I was
his
like, who's this
fucking
ugly ass little
face, man.
boy? Like that was literally what I'm like. I'm mad you didn't take a swing on this ugly ass child. Like I get it when the adults showed up and
Yeah,
started
like
like assisting. I'm like, so no one's gonna fight this ugly ass little boy over here like calling people the F word and whatnot.
yeah, like first of all, how did you not take a swing at him if he's man enough to be calling you that and stepping he to take a punch? And then second of all, it's like, bro, why do you have herpes on like your entire face? What's wrong with you? Did you like dive deep into a butthole but not know what to do with it or something? Like I don't get it. But then right off the bat with the movie that was a shock to me, but to me I didn't mind it because as a fan of Quentin Tarantino, I don't mind violence and blood and everything.
Right.
Bro, this Pennywise, at least in this movie, we saw so much more blood and violence and him going off. You know what I
I
mean?
feel like we did, but I feel like when you look at the films overall with like the killing, we didn't see much. Like we saw like we saw what happened. We had one dude commit suicide. We saw the scene with the fun house, which was
Uh huh.
like the bloodiest scene. But other than that, there wasn't really much.
Dude, no, come on. Watch. I'll list them for you. And two, we start with the dude's rib cage was literally like ripped open.
That didn't. I'm saying as far as like, I feel like the most terrifying was the little girl because we didn't
The
see her
little
yet
girl. Agreed.
because they had.
Yeah.
And then
That that to me was messed
the
up.
fun house. We saw the trailer, so we knew that was coming. I didn't expect that much blood when he finally did it. Like that kid's brains
Mhm.
got bashed in. But other than that, like it's kind of the suspense of whether or not he bites. He's already holding the dude up like a freaking like a half rack of ribs. Like you already know what's about to happen. You see his mouth opening. Clearly, he's got like the suspense wasn't there for that one. We just know okay, he's up. Like he's already sitting
No,
at the edge of the river waiting for this to
that
pop off.
yeah, no, that one was literally to set up the tone of Pennywise for the movie. That's basically what that did. And then bro, the biggest thing that pisses me off about the girl killing is the mom or the aunt or whoever the hell that was not giving a hell about where her child just went.
I don't blame the kid. Baseball games can be boring.
Bro, absolutely. But it's like, lady, what are you looking at? You can't be like, honey, just watch the game. And then what was happening that was so fascinating? You couldn't see where her kid went, bro.
Yeah, if you hear my voice, I apologize if I sound like shit. I
That
got very intense at a high schoolers football game last week, so that is understandable. Baseball, though, I'm just kind of like baseball's. It depending on the team, you're just like, can we strike out and go home, or what's especially at softball tournaments, man.
no, it does. It does. Trust me. As a baseball player, I could get bored while I'm in the middle of the game playing. It happens.
I think baseball and
I
curling.
just I was just
I think baseball and curling are the only sports you can play and never get in shape.
just about, man.
But yeah, so
So
moral of
then
the story for that scene: white people, watch your kids.
yes,
Also, I
white
feel
people
like
watch your
it was
kids.
kind of weird that
So
they
so
showed her missing poster, but they never got like a central panel on it. It was like off to the side, and we're like, by the way, she's now missing too. But we never got like a full on, hey, she's officially clarified as dead, which I guess is okay. It just felt weird to do
I
all that
mean,
build up for her death and then nothing come out of it.
I feel like at this point the entire city just doesn't even care anymore. That's basically what it's known
I mean,
for. Um,
apparently, supposedly, the lore of the film is that his essence, because he didn't, I guess, get his proper fill and was forced into early hibernation, he basically, his essence of like evil basically took over the town, and is why everyone is kind of a insensitive dick. Like kids or parents to their
Right.
kids, kids to
Mhm.
grown people throwing each other off bridges.
Yeah, right. No, and then and then it has to deal with the fact that even as grown-ups, you see exactly what pretty much everyone has settled for in a way. Like for example, Beverly, this even despite getting away from her dad, she basically finds a husband exactly like
Yeah,
her.
like with the fact
You
that
know
she
what I
went through
mean?
all that just to end up in a physically abusive relationship. Jesus. Like, how did you not
Hmm.
learn that if she really did leave Derry and forget all that happened?
Hey man, that leaves such a negative and a powerful impact on people when they're in relationships like that. There's sometimes nothing you can do, but but she ended up with a very happy ending. I was definitely happy with it. And then even with Eddie, still the same exact type of person, like with all the security, the little itty bitty things that he freaks out about. It ends up becoming his livelihood, you
Yeah,
know?
he became a what is it a risk assessor or a risk lawyer or something like that.
Ri risk assessment expert,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
I didn't know that was a job title, but to see that became his thing. Also, it kind of found it weird. I thought the little girl who at the pharmacy like liked him or something. So to see her as a grown up and like she basically looks and acts exactly the same was kind of funny.
Yeah, so you already know she went nowhere,
Psh, you know
clearly.
how it is when you
Like,
grow up and leave your
wow.
hometown.
You literally only have time to bully the same kids, but at least they left town and made something of themselves. Like,
Speaking of
really?
bullies, I get that it's like part of the story, but how is Mike alive after falling down the well that way? Or Henry Bowers, yeah.
Are you talking? Oh, dude, I don't know, but you know they had to bring him back for that bull crap because that's it. That's Pennywise's servant, man. That's his go-to guy.
Also, can Pennywise just like manifest things? Cause the fact that the friend that he ate in the first movie comes back to give him his father's knife in the insane asylum was like weird to me. And then the fact that like like I said his influence, he wasn't even like sad about killing his dad. He was like upset that he wasn't able to finish killing the rest of the kids. And then the police just arrested him on
I don't know
sight.
what it is, but I think yeah, and then I think well, first of all, I'm pretty sure they knew that it was Henry that killed his own dad, probably because of the knife or whatever else it could be. Plus, everyone knew Henry and his dad didn't exactly get along. You know what I mean?
I kind of felt that was
So
my other thing. Like, how do they know he did it so quick?
there's just some factors of a movie we can't explain, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure because remember we didn't see the cops or anything come to the house in the first movie.
right.
So when they started that off with the second movie, just kind of continuing exactly where it left off, and then him going into a mental psycho joint for the next 27 years. I guess you kind of already know where to go with his story, and then Pennywise brings his ass back. You know?
Yeah. So I missed what exactly happened when he came back because literally I thought we were at a slow part and I went to go pee. I come back and he's jumping out the window with a knife in his chest. What the hell did I miss? Because I saw Eddie like Bowers was in my room and he was like bleeding at the face. So I missed that scene completely. And I've looked on YouTube. They're doing a good job of yanking
Okay.
every scene off of there.
No, no, of course. No, I got you. So basically, they have met up in the I don't know if it was a B and
It was
B
like a
or just like a no
motel house
vacant
type deal.
hotel or something. Yeah, whatever it was. So Richie says, "To hell with this! I'm getting out of here." When he goes to get in his Mustang, Henry's I don't even know what the hell that was, Firebird or whatever, was already there ready to go, or was there parked. But no one notices because no one's thinking of them. So when Eddie goes to like, clean himself off, Bowers is there waiting for his ass, and he actually stabs Eddie in the mouth, and then Eddie starts freaking out. Literally goes to hide behind the curtain. Bowers is talking crap, talking crap, talking crap, and then Eddie just stabs him right there in the chest, right through the curtain, and then Bowers just hops out because everybody else was coming up.
Yeah, see, I came back when there was like Bowers is in my room, and he was just in the street pulling a knife out of his chest. And then we cut to him trying to kill
Yeah.
Mike, and then once again, Bill Hader to the rescue.
Hey man, I love the way he tomahawked him though.
That was hilarious to
That was
me. He got
badass.
him Call of Duty Black Ops style.
Like, bow. Oh shit! I think I just killed Bowers.
Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. I just killed a man.
um, oh man, I swear, there's no way Bill Hader did not make this movie, man. He was so good in it, so good.
Yeah, I get that it's like it's a remake, but he deserves. I hope he gets at least some kind of nomination next year because he did. He basically made this film. That has been the consensus I've seen like all around.
I would really have to agree honestly because, and don't get me wrong, it was an extremely strong cast, especially for the adults. Um, First of all, I just like to send a shout out to the Old Spice guy. I don't even know his name. I've only ever seen him in the Old Spice commercials, but he did his job, man. He did his job. I'm telling you right
Wait,
now.
the Old Spice guy.
Yeah, Mike, the actor who played Mike, he's the guy who made the Old Spice commercials hilarious and original and
That's who
everything.
that is. Okay. Now that I'm looking at him with hair,
You were thinking of it, right? Like you like I know him, but where do I know him from?
yeah, because you don't normally see him with facial hair or hair in his head.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the one that look at me now, look at your man. Now look at me again, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, his commercials were so funny, dude. He made Old Spice commercials hilarious.
He's hilarious. Who else is doing that? One of this guy I follow on YouTube, Mark RDC World One, Supreme Dreams _1. He has his own Old Spice bit now. Who else?
Supreme Dream. Oh my god, I love Supreme Dreams. I follow him. I love his skits on from Maury and from Popeyes. Those are my two favorite skits of his. When he's like, "What are you doing? You gotta follow her. You gotta run after her, man."
I want to go to the convention next year in Texas. But yeah, I didn't realize that was him. Now Dion Cole has one, and those are hilarious too. But yeah, I didn't realize the
Yeah,
Old Spice
that's
guy
right.
was basically the voice of reason for this movie.
And then you even have is it Ben? No, James McAvoy is Bill. You got I've seen the actor that played Eddie around a bunch of times. You got Bill Hader. You got Jessica Chastain. As soon as I think she was the first one, Jessica Chastain was the first one to sign on as an adult actor for It Chapter 2. As soon as she got on, I was like, money. This is going to be great. Because I knew how terrific she is.
Yeah,
So I knew she
I'm
would
glad
make
we
this
kept
movie
the
hell
kid
good.
cast though. Like I'm glad we didn't just go straight adult and that we actually we made fair use of the cast of the first movie.
Yeah, no, we did. We kept doing the flashbacks, which at first I thought it wasn't going to be good or there wasn't going to be much of them. But they did a really good job just kind of comparing on and off, where they were compared to where they are now, where they were compared to where they are now. Because you saw them a little bit even after they thought they killed Pennywise with the underground lair that Ben built for him and everything, you know?
Yeah. So when they were going off to get the tokens, this was my thing. I get that it was like
Mm-hmm.
flashback mixed in with like illusions and whatnot, but my thing was because we know that Beverly's whole apartment complex was actually like shut down and like it was basically abandoned. Like no one was actually there. She just imagined everything. But I don't know. Was he
Right.
lead? Did he know what they were doing?
Pennywise playing with her mind.
Yeah, like did he know that they
Yeah,
were
no,
trying to collect?
Pennywise. Yeah, Pennywise knew she was gonna come back because he knew her. He knew what she was like, so he knew that she was gonna come back to like at least look at the apartment. So as soon as like she basically had the idea, he just messed with her mind from the start, made it look like someone actually lived here and whatnot. Bro, I knew from the trailer that scene was gonna be scary as hell, but I did not see that gray hair standing straight up, nipples like hanging off. Oh my god, I did not see that
I
coming,
could have
man.
gone without seeing that. That one was I could have passed on that one. And then they
Yo,
brought it back
legit,
at the
that
end of the
scared the hell
movie.
out of me, man.
And then they brought it back at the end.
It, yeah. Oh yeah, when she was stuck in the bathroom. Oh yeah.
And then
Oh my
they
god, that
tried to
was
drown her
creepy.
and whatnot. But yeah, I was expecting to be like maybe she's like all discombobulated, long arms or something creepy. I wasn't expecting a whole demon out of like God of War 3 or some shit. Like that was straight out of Dante's Inferno.
um, I love how Bill's character James McAvoy turns out to. Well, first he's a author, a successful author with just crappy endings, but then he basically turns into a screenwriter. He starts writing for movies.
Yeah, and it's different how he's like he what is it? He starts talking normal when he's not there, but then coming back to Derry makes his stutter come back.
Because he's scared.
Like
Yeah.
even when he's talking to the little kid and he's like get the hell out of town. Do not listen to the voices. And the fact that the kid was like, do you hear anything coming from that sewer? No. I do hear it coming out of the tub though. It's like a circus. And the fact that the kid was like, stop following me. I'm like, you little shit. This is like your third like rescue attempt here.
Save.
Like there was the diner, there was the sewer scene, and then when they finally get to the fun house, he's like, stop following me. And then Pennywise is on the other side, and then that whole thing happens.
Yeah, I think he regretted that significantly. Um, and then what was one that really stood out to me? I'll tell you what, it stood out to me, but I wasn't really shocked by it. The fact that Richie actually became a really successful comedian.
That was like my funniest takeaway from the whole thing. I'm like, he would become a comedian because the way him and Eddie just go back and forth and fight all the time was hilarious.
And the fact that he was always the jokester of the group. He's the one always cracking jokes and whatnot.
Exactly.
But we we also know his secret now.
Yeah, I was kind of. It took. I had to go read it. I had no idea what the hell he was talking about.
No, neither did I till he finished what he inscribed on the bridge.
I didn't connect.
That's
I
when I
did not
knew.
connect that at all. Like I was confused. I thought he was
Mm,
saying like condolences. I was very confused as to what the hell that was supposed to be about. And then I had to go read.
hmm
No, another guy following the internet, Daquan Wilshire. He pulled it out. He was just like, yeah. Then we know Richie's secret. This nigga's gay as shit, yo. I was like, oh, that explains it. Because he was like, I was more terrified of
um,
Penny. You know what it is? The close-ups they do of Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, those are what get me the worst. Because when he closes his eyes and they're like, "You're not real, you're not real," and then he opens his eyes and they do the close-up with the head shaking thing and the distorted face, that one got me. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, no, absolutely. It's those close-ups and what Bill Skarsgård does as Pennywise that makes this movie so damn terrifying and makes him so terrifying. You know. With all respect to Tim Curry, and I do have to admit, I never saw the earlier It. These are the only It's I've ever seen. But man, I can even tell myself, Bill Skarsgård really did like reinvent the character of Pennywise. You know what I'm saying? To a point where even guys like you and me, grown ass men, can like fear to go watch this movie.
Yeah, I had to go suck it up and go see that. I thought we were gonna do it last week, so I sucked it up and went by myself. And I'm like, damn it, I could have held off. But yeah, now I'm like, I got to turn all the lights on when I get in my car, just in case he wants to creep out the back seat or something.
Oh, come on, man! It's just a movie, dog.
It's a movie, but man, that, like I already didn't like the original as a kid. So now that we have an up, I get over that one because Tim Curry is wheelchair, like full body wheelchair bound with like a little remote and stuff now, I believe, from a stroke.
Hmm.
Get over that, and now we have Bill Skarsgård who just reinvented the character and recreated my whole childhood nightmare. That man is phenomenal actor. Like we've done remakes of all the horrors. We've done Halloween. We've done Chucky. We've done. I was not bothered. This one gets me.
I will tell you this. I did not like clowns. I hated clowns. I really did not like them at all before I saw the It movies. And let me tell you something. After the It movies, that hate, that dislike only went up. It did not decrease whatsoever.
Yeah, I never blamed Chucky from Rugrats for hating clowns.
Um, you know what else I want to point out for, especially for you guys.
What?
I know one thing we really talk about is the trailers, and a lot of times they can be hit or miss. A lot of times there are misses where unless it's something like Avengers or something like that, where the trailer they'll show a scene and then we won't see it, or even
Yeah.
the trailer even shows sometimes too much of the movie and kind of doesn't ruin it for you, but kind of messes up the anticipation or at least some of the suspense. This movie's trailer, from the first trailer, scared the crap out of me, and the movie still scared the crap out of me, despite me knowing the scenes that would come up
Yeah,
because it was so inevitable.
like the funhouse scene, I was not like I figured he was gonna do something. I thought he was gonna like maybe teleport and then teleport away with the kid. I was not expecting like the head butting the glass. Like that shit was intense. And the
And then
fact
the whole
that or I
once
was
he did
expecting
get them.
that or I thought he was gonna just start eating the kid there and make that character watch. Like I thought he was gonna start just eating him alive and just make him watch the whole thing, and that's why he was trying to kick his way through the door, but was making like no headway with that glass.
Hmm. Hey man, I honestly I blame that kid. He should have listened, bro.
Yeah, I would have lied and told his parents, "Hey, serial killer around, run away." Like,
Yeah, for real,
like
man.
remember like what was it like 4 years ago when people there was like the whole thing of people dressing up as clowns late at night and like standing in the middle of street corners. Like this would have been a perfect time for that prank. Somebody probably would have got shot, but it would have been perfect timing.
Well, somebody probably got shot 4 years ago, and that's why they knew not to pull that crap now.
We had a serial clown when I was in college. There was a clown, same one that kept popping up in Milwaukee. Like he would show up every night for like a month in like the middle of downtown somewhere when the streets are empty and just scare the shit out of people.
Wow, that's not creepy at all. Jesus. Wow, dude, what do people even do with their time to pull some crap like that, man?
I do not know. Like I know a YouTuber who like got on Omegle with a full Pennywise mask, but at the end of every call, he's like, "Ha, just kidding, guys. I'm actually black. Okay, nice talking to you." Like he at least played it
Yeah.
off. But so those people will legit come out. Like I saw one dude get chased into the woods, climb a tree, and just kept filming. And the clown lady walked out with a balloon, straight face, just looked at him and just stood there, and then walked away after like 5 minutes. And he was like, "What the hell, man?"
Nah, I don't play those games, man.
I don't blame
But
either. I've
let's
seen prank videos where people got guns pulled on them doing stupid stuff like that.
I can believe that though. So I want to get into our actor for today, and it's Bill Hader because
Oh, damn wrist.
best actor in an outstanding comedy series for Barry on HBO.
Okay,
I hear
fill
it's a
me in.
terrific
What is
show.
Barry? I feel like I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
Barry is a show about Bill Hader, whose name is Barry. He's a hitman and a good one at that, but he wants to act. He wants to be in theater. He doesn't want to continue being a hitman. And
Barry.
basically, the show is all about his interactions. Like, there's a girl in his show that motivates him. I've never seen an episode, but they like each other. All this nonsense. You know how it goes with TV shows, the stars and girls and whatnot.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to look up like Bill Hader's career, like see what else. Like, there's no doubt he's a good actor. It's just I haven't seen a lot of
Yeah,
his stuff. That's the thing. So
he's definitely the one thing we all definitely know about is his SNL ship.
yeah, so saw him on
Man,
SNL. I never saw Barry Trainwreck
hmm
or the Skeleton Twins. I saw Inside Out where he played Fear. Apparently he's
hmm
in the Dark Crystal. He's Axel in Toy Story 4. He
right.
was in Ralph Breaks the Internet, Power Rangers. I missed both of those. Uh, trying to find.
He was in Tropic Thunder. He was Tom Cruise's assistant in Tropic Thunder.
He was the husband fish in Finding Dory. He was
Yep.
Bloodbotter in the BFG. Leonard in The Angry Birds. He was Firewater,
hmm
Tequila, and El Guaco in Sausage Party. Apparently, he played Ike in South Park. From
Ooh,
like
I didn't know that
from
one.
2013 to 2015, he was Ike, which I could see him do it, but I can't picture the voice coming out of that face. He was on Inside Amy Schumer, Mancy. He was.
Oh,
Oh, okay. He's Mickey. He's Bob's dad and Bob Burgers too.
that's right. Honestly, man, I got to. I really admire that about him. That he kind of does these quiet stuff when it comes to his acting and voicing roles. You wouldn't realize unless you can absolutely like have his voice stand out. You know.
Apparently, he was in The Office too.
Oh yeah, I imagine he was. I forget when or how, but he was definitely in the office. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what he did because it says he played himself, but I can't figure out what episode this was, and now I'm curious.
If it wasn't in the office, he definitely did a skit of the office in SNL. I know that for sure. I've seen that.
Yeah, it says he was in the finale. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Bill Hader definitely won. Like, even when they were in the final battle, he was making me laugh. When he was like talking crap to Pennywise and then got hit with the deadlights immediately, his whole body just felt limp. I was dying, honestly.
Yo, that came out of nowhere too. Just a hey, anyway, you said that
Yeah,
blah,
he
and
just.
all you hear was a giant boom, bro. It came out of nowhere, man. But shout out to Bill Hader. Congrats on your Emmy win, man. That is truly amazing. Even when it comes to the Emmys, man, a lot of people are talking about um, RuPaul Drag Race won an Emmy for I
Really?
think competitive series. Yeah,
I
for
guess
best competitive
that was never
series.
my cup of tea.
Yeah. Um, I don't know his name, but the black gay actor who was on Pose, he won an Emmy for that as well.
Really?
Yes, he did.
I've never been a big Emmy guy. Like I had friends who would host watch parties, and I'm just like, I'll catch the highlights on Twitter.
And then one big win, what some even are calling an upset, is the show that won best, or outstanding comedy series. We're looking at A Good Place, Barry, and I think some other shows on there. But Fleabag from Hulu, I think won. Hulu or Amazon Original. Fleabag won, and a lot of people were shocked at that.
Okay, found it. So apparently, when they, I don't know if you saw the finale of The Office, but apparently when they were making
Yeah.
fun of, when they were making fun of Andy and his whole like spiel on their version of American Idol, apparently Bill Hader was on. They did a skit where Bill Hader was on SNL's Weekend Update with Seth Meyers, and he made fun of Andy on The Office. So Bill Hader was on The Office as himself. Small cameo, but that was bugging me.
Ah,
But yeah, so
okay.
I think the movie was good. How do we
Do
feel
you?
about like the special effects?
I would definitely say so. Yeah. Do you have a favorite character of his from SNL? Because mine is Stefan.
Honestly, no. I didn't start watching SNL again until Dave Chappelle had that one episode. Like that was probably my first
Oh
time sitting through a
man,
full episode of SNL.
I'll tell you what. Right, today's shows are pretty funny, and then Dave Chappelle's episode was really funny. But I'm gonna tell you what. You watch some of the old school clips like with Bill Hader, Andy Samberg were there and whatnot, bro. That is mad funny.
I watched Michael Chai or Che, however you say it. I watched his special on
Michael
Netflix.
Che.
I watched his special on Netflix because of his antics on SNL. Like he's hilarious too. Like I
Yeah, man. Him and Colin on the Weekend Update are funny as hell, bro.
yeah. And then I didn't realize. Do they actually do that show like live, or is it all like pre-scripted?
No, no, no. SNL is all like it's live, but they ran the skits and rehearsed it beforehand. But when they do the show, it is live. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was when he the Dave Chappelle episode. He's like, "Don't ask me about it. I'm Mexican. I mean, I'm Puerto Rican." And then he just cut like they just cut to him just dying. I was like, I don't think that was rehearsed properly, but it was still funny. And now, thanks to that whole episode, we have Dave Chappelle's new special, which is its own thing and hilarious.
And then was actually pretty SNL and Joe's, however he pronounced his name, and Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, are actually engaged.
Really,
Yeah, they've been dating for like 2, 3 years or so, and they got engaged a few months ago.
I had no idea.
Bringing bringing all of our worlds together, man. That's how they do it.
Except for Spidey.
Yeah, no, let's not get into that too far. I know it's a sensitive subject, bro. It still
All right,
is.
Amp, how we
Let's not
looking
get
on
into
time?
it, man. But Amp,
All right, so we have a 60-minute suspension coming up next, so we got to get final thoughts in. I will say, I like that everybody got their own arc. I couldn't tell whether or not Pennywise was setting them up for the final battle. I couldn't tell if he was just messing with them or he knew that they were trying to gather their items to summon him for the final fight or whatever.
well, remember he was messing with them because he knew what was really happening. Mike was the one who lied to him about getting their tokens and whatever. Because in reality, all the natives died when they tried that.
And that's my thing. I'm like, did they really die because they didn't believe, or did Pennywise get called here and he knew what? Like, did Pennywise know just now what they're trying and knows it won't work, or did he know this entire time, or did he just realize, oh, they're trying to do this thing again? It's not gonna happen, because I was confused when they had the scarred up part of the little Indian thing, and then when they showed his
Yeah.
backstory that he's had like multiple forms that he's assumed, and now the clown is the most recent one. Like
Uh
those,
huh.
like he used to torture the Indians like that demonic dog looking thing. If that's the kind of stuff they do for a backstory film, I'd want to see it. But then the fact that all of them died, like the fact that no one just stabbed the balloon, that got on my nerves. And then the fact that he's like,
Hmm.
don't look at the deadlights, and he's making like full on eye contact with the thing.
It
But
is. It is what it is, man. Hey, man. I'll tell you what. I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. That's what I would give it. That's how good I thought it was.
yeah, and then the in the old one, it was like this giant spider monster. But it was weird that he kept.
Yeah.
It was weird that he kept the clown form with the spider legs thing. And then to finish it off, they basically baked this man in out of existence. Like they literally just roasted and fried this man until he died.
Boy.
That basically, I mean, you couldn't figure this out when like before Eddie got stabbed,
Uh-huh.
and then the fact that they just had to
Hey,
leave him there, terrible.
hey, man, if that's all it took, they should have started that from the beginning. Like, boy, I'm about to roast
I
you.
mean, Eddie had it in the like I thought after a while I thought it was Eddie's fault. It seemed like everyone was confident in trying to kill him. I felt like Eddie's fear was giving him power, and then when he finally stood up, he was managed to stab him, and then Eddie was the first one to fight back when he started choking the leper, and then
That's
we had the
right.
gross puking scene.
Eddie was the secret hero that no one knew they needed, man.
Yeah. Also, the fact that Stanley seemed to be the only one who remembered what was happening because he's like, I know what we got to do, but I'm taking myself off the board. And then when they had even when they had evil Stanley hunting them, Bill Hader's like, oh, there he is. I'm like, this dude just doesn't stop with the jokes, even in like life or death situations. And then the demonic puppy was hilarious.
He can't help himself, man. It is what it is, you know.
But yeah, I'll give the
But
movie solid nine
that's
out of
just
10. I had like for a movie that terrified me and I did not want to go see for reasons. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Great film, great cast. I hope somebody gets an award off of this. They all deserve it. Thank you, Stephen King.
mhm.
Any ideas for next week? Because I'm looking at the box office right now and I don't really see anything that I'm interested in.
I don't know, man. Talk about the options. I know what there is, but it's not too much great options, honestly.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm trying to like. I'm looking at what's out right now, and nothing is appeasing to me. Like, no, I don't want to become a Stubbs
Yeah.
member. Piss off. Yes, block all notifications. Damn it! This is why people don't go to the AMC anymore. Like, Hustlers is out. Rambo. Uh, I mean, we could give Angel Has Fallen another shot.
Angel has fallen. I'd rather watch Hustlers than Angel has fallen.
Really? Cardi B stripping?
Yeah. Angel has fallen is gonna end the same exact way as the other two. Gerald Butler's gonna kill everybody and kick their ass. And if he does, even if Morgan Freeman, the president, dies, Gerald Butler's gonna live, or Gerald Butler dies and Morgan Freeman lives. I guarantee you that's one of two ways it's gonna end. But it's gonna be a happy ending. Hustlers is a true story that we all know is gonna go bad, but at least we get to see some pretty women.
I guess so. Yeah, we could go. We'll go with Hustlers.
All right, then, guys, you you heard it here first. Episode 21 next week. Hustlers.
Okay.
J Lo,
Shit,
I'm
I can't
coming
do the
for
Dirk
that
voice.
ass. Cardi B, I'm coming for them titties.
Okay, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up
All right,
now.
guys.
Before
That's right. Tune in next week. I'm your man Tony. This is my boy Tafari. Theatergoers. We're out.